I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans.
I'm talking fast, so keep up. American Eagle and Abercrombie & Fitch both sold jeans to teenagers in malls. One of them closed 450 stores and nearly went bankrupt, while the other just completed a massive campaign with Sydney Sweeney that generated over $25 million in earned media. The difference comes down to one strategic decision about inclusivity that changed everything. Abercrombie built their entire brand on exclusivity. Shirtless models, dim lighting, cologne sprayed stores, and a CEO who openly said they want good-looking, cool people wearing their clothes. Interesting side note, but I did work at Abercrombie & Fitch whenever I was at Texas Tech in college. American Eagle did the exact opposite. They built on inclusivity, carrying sizes from extra small to extra, extra large, using real customers in ads, and creating a brand that said everyone belongs here. But here's where the strategy diverged completely. When millennials born 1980 to 1994 and Gen Z born 1995 to 2009 started demanding body positivity and authentic representation, Abercrombie was trapped by their own brand identity. And suddenly their core customer found that repulsive. American Eagle built inclusivity into their DNA from day one. So when cultural values shifted towards inclusion, they just leaned harder into what they were already doing. American Eagle made a decision in 2006 that analysts deemed as risky, launching Aerie, an intimates brand with a radical promise. No retouching, real bodies, real women. At the time, Victoria's Secret dominated marketing with impossibly perfect models and fantasy marketing. And Aerie just bet that their customer base wanted reality instead of aspiration. But the psychology behind all of that was just brilliant. While Abercrombie was saying, "You're not good enough to wear our clothes," Aerie was saying, "You're perfect exactly the way that you are." And in 2025, American Eagle proved that they understand modern marketing better than anybody else. They launched a campaign with Sydney Sweeney that generated over $25 million in earned media. But here's what made it genius. They didn't just randomly pick a celebrity. They picked somebody who authentically represented the body positivity, confident, real woman that their brand has championed for 20 years. The campaign went viral not because of celebrity power alone, but because the casting choice felt authentic to everything that American Eagle has built, comparatively to Abercrombie, who's desperately trying to rebrand away from their exclusionary past. And it also helps when there's a lot of internet trolls that are hating on a campaign and talking about it and bringing it up higher and higher in search and trend results online. So what does American Eagle show us about modern retail? Well, exclusivity might help with some short-term buzz, but inclusivity builds a long-term brand. They followed a framework that saved them while Abercrombie struggled. First, they expanded sizing and representation before it was culturally required, giving them authenticity while competitors are scrambling to catch up. Second, they launched Aerie with values that matched where their customers were heading as opposed to where their customers have already been. And third, they'd stayed consistent for nearly 2 decades, so when they finally partnered with Sydney Sweeney in 2025, it felt authentic instead of opportunistic. Abercrombie did finally pivot, but not before bleeding billions in market value and retail closures. American Eagle never had to recover because they never built a brand identity that would eventually betray them. So sometimes the strongest competitive advantage isn't being the coolest brand, it's being the